better. Nah,
I
but
fucking
see,
hate
okay,
you.
so this is my
I hate
thing
you.
with this is my thing with those two when it comes to their looks, right? And I hope more women can sympathize with it. Is I don't
Oh,
like the super crazy bodies. Damo, what's
what are
going
we
on, my
talking
guy?
about right now? What are
Super
we
crazy
talking about right now?
bodies. Neither one of them has a super crazy body.
What are we talking about right now?
He asked me Megan the Stallion or Cardi
Oh,
B.
you're talking about those two. I thought you were talking about the two that we were talking about earlier.
Oh, no, no, no. That's why to me
Wow.
those two that the ones that you showed me, I was like, ah, damn, they're bad. Like, you know what I mean? Because they're not like
Over the top.
disproportioned. Yeah, like disproportioned, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I like.
So is that what we're doing? Just misogyny? No, it's
Yeah,
like I'm
well,
just
you
like
know, we're only misogynistic when you're not here.
wow. True. True
Listen,
and babes.
if a girl can be like, I won't date a man unless he's 6 foot and got a beard and all this shit, that's great. I don't knock you for it, right? I don't knock you for it.
But
So
you
why are
better
you gonna
have some
knock me?
fucking a good C cup and fucking
I just
no
need enough to grab
pancakes.
on, little pat-a-roo, like little pat.
A little pat pat.
If you got more than that, that's fucking wonderful, and I promise you, I'm gonna give it all the attention it deserves. I'm gonna give it all the love and affection that it deserves. But if you don't, it's okay too, baby. I don't discriminate.
What you drinking? You drinking seltzers?
No, this is actually called "Stay Hydrated" by Foundry Nation, and it is Blue Dream Delta 9 THC soda.
Yo, look at the can you guys just look at the thumbnail that I put for this podcast? Can you guys just look? Do me that favor, yeah?
All right.
On your YouTube?
He's
Yeah.
gonna go make me do extra shit.
Wow, bro. Yeah, do 3 clicks for me, yeah?
I
Sorry,
gotta
I'm such
do
a
like
How do you
burden.
know?
I gotta
How
do
do you
like
know I got
4.
you up like that?
Come on, bro. You were just on the stream. What do you mean?
Damn.
You get
Hey,
like
you
back.
actually you killed it with
You're
that,
cute.
dog. That's cute.
I
Yo,
like that jacket. You need to wear that jacket more often.
Yo, I have it too. It's obviously it's my fucking jacket. Sorry, but it's
He didn't tell his man address. He didn't
He
want to dress
ran
up
it.
for my birthday. He doesn't even want to dress
bro.
up
You're
for work.
such a capper, bro. You literally run a hat store. That's how fucking cap you are.
I actually have hella hats, bro. I was looking at my hat the other day. Like I have a hat hook on my wall. The shit is coming off because I have so many hats on it.
Um,
That's wild.
I was letting Cisco know, but I'll let you know too, Damo.
Bro,
My
I'm
hotel
live. I'm
room
live.
is
Oh, okay.
okay. No. But I'll let you
Yeah,
know.
I already told him. I already told him you were live.
Okay.
Yeah, but my hotel room's taking a shit, so I can't fucking charge my laptop and do all this at the same time. So I might have to cut a little early tonight, but we'll push it to the limit.
Yo, whenever you need a dip, that's when we'll dip. Okay,
Okay.
bro.
Oh,
Today,
no, go
go.
ahead. No, go ahead.
No, go. What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say you guys need to sit down and watch Ahsoka,
Damn, bro.
the new
Oh,
Star Wars show,
wait, because I'm on episode 3. Don't tell me what
Bro,
happens.
there's
I know what happens,
a
but I'm on
fly.
episode 3. Stop, man. I got other shit I gotta do too, you know?
You need to make time for that.
I can't even make time to go to the fucking gym, dog.
You make 45 minutes to make sure that you fucking get those numbers in. You need to make that time for Ahsoka.
I got my weights back there. No, that's before bedtime, and that puts me to sleep.
Let Ahsoka lull you to sleep, dude. It's healthier for you. I'm just saying. Much healthier.
Yo, Nelly
Fucking
says
usual Tuesday.
Nelly says that your eyes are like half open and shit.
My eyes are half open.
That's what he said.
You
Made
see
it.
my eyes.
Save eyes half open and shit. That's what she
Her
said.
eyes are half open because she's supposed to be going to bed right now.
Oh, Nell.
I
Listen,
know.
you have to go to bed. Thank you so much for being here, Nell. You gotta go to bed. I understand. Thank you so much for being here. You're a legend.
I
What
like
up,
you
man?
talk like that.
Sorry.
Well, my
Yeah. I thought you were kind of stuttering.
NVIDIA broadcast. Shit, I have no idea what's going on, so my quality is ass tonight. Headset's
No, you're
still
good.
ass. I just throw away the whole fucking headset.
Yeah, you need to do that.
My whole PC set up.
Actually, though, it's a little bad today. I'm not gonna lie, but it's okay. Listen, we're gonna keep
My
it running.
mic is bad.
Just a little bit. No, it was right now, but for some reason it like fixed it. It feels like
I'm gonna talk like this.
no, don't do that.
Don't do that.
I'm trying to hang as long as possible. I appreciate you now. Yo, whoa.
Sorry, that was bad timing.
All right, listen. I'm sorry. I'm coming. I need a podcast mode. I need to chill.
Yeah, bro, because you're the only one that was late today, and we
I
know
know,
where the
sorry.
fuck you were at.
My bad. Listen, I was.
Motherfucker had all day to play video games and decided to play.
Yo,
into it.
what? Hello? I was literally at
We got
work.
off at the same fucking time.
Yeah,
got
but
off
then
at the same time.
wait. Stood in traffic. Did a 2-mile run. Did my class. Yeah. Didn't have all day. Come on, man.
You trying to say that you're better than me?
I'm not saying I'm better than you. I'm
Came
just
over
saying-
video
saying.
games?
I'm just saying.
You know what? I'm insulted that you guys haven't noticed my haircut, and you know what? I don't care about you guys either.
Because you look sexy regardless.
It's because you do your hair so different so many times since I've known you. I never know when it's cut or when you just like had a hat on or when you fucking actually put your fingers through it.
Wait,
I don't know what the
Korpsx.
fuck's going on.
Did you get a haircut, actually?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. I just
He got
noticed
a
that.
baby fade. He got a baby fade.
Yo, you gotta like do like the kind of almost like the side middle part. You look crazy good in that shit.
Oh, the
Man.
fucking
Yo, your
promo
hairline
one?
is ridiculous. You have such good hairline.
No, dude, it's going back.
No, it's shut up, bro. No, it's
It's
not.
happens.
failing me, bro.
No,
it's
no.
failing me.
No, it's not, bro.
You know what it's from, right? Korpsx is from pulling your hair back for all those fucking years. Because my shit's going back too.
No, you know what that actually did to my hair? Matter of fact, was it made it more wavy, which is weird. It made it more wavy, but
That's cool.
No,
Nah,
my-
he's underwater, huh?
No, I mean it sounds fine. It sounds fine. Wait, where's your
No,
mic?
it's not
though?
bad. He can't plug
I do?
everything in. He just went over all that. I know you.
Oh, I thought he was saying. Oh, cause yeah. Cause, all right, bro. Chill with the Fortnite mode, okay? I was hyped at it. Thank you for the compliment, by the way. That was nice. That was real nice. You said I'm nasty at it. So I appreciate that.
You are. He's fucking
Mhm.
nasty at that game, bro. He's better than me. Better than I could ever be on keyboard and mouse at that game.
Nah. You could.
Wild. No. I can't. Trust me. I suck on keyboard and mouse on shooters.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. I mean, it took me a long time too. It took me a long time to get that.
you know
but,
what? You guys inspired me too. You guys inspired me. I think I'm gonna buy a gaming system.
Wow.
Okay, buy a Nintendo Switch.
Don't do
I
that.
was thinking about a Switch.
Why?
Do it.
Wait, why?
Best
Switch?
investment. It's the best console because he always traveling.
Oh, wait, that's true.
My
that's
son
true.
has
That's
one
good
too.
one,
My
good one,
my
good
son
one.
has one too. So
Ooh.
I'm thinking. Well, I got to get him off of Roblox, but
Oh,
Oh my
I
god.
I will never introduce my son to Roblox or Minecraft.
Wait,
Absolutely.
Minecraft is sick. Okay.
Not
Well,
until
I
he's like
guess-
8.
I guess there's a new like version of Roblox where there's like a Sims thing, and you can like actually have him have sex on there. And so I need to talk to his mom about that. But
No, it's
when
not a
the
new
whole-
version. What Roblox is a collection of little games that people
Yeah.
make.
It's like a
So it's like a
sandbox.
metaverse.
almost.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a metaverse type of thing where
A lot of people
you
can make
just
it a lot
go
of
into
different
other-
games.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. But then when I heard the whole fucking Kim Kardashian's tape got leaked on there,
Which is
and-
whack, by the way. That's such a horrible tape. Let's be real.
Bro,
Let's
that's
be
such
honest.
a horrible place to. Wait, I've never seen it, by the way, but I've
You're
also.
such a liar.
I'm not even capping.
Well, we already know
At
what's
all,
first on your
bro.
search list when we get off the pod. So
No, bro.
it was
I'm
it was
honestly,
a bad tape.
honestly, like I'm gonna get a little real right now. Okay.
I
I'm
hope so.
honestly trying to stray away from all like porn and stuff like that. It's had such a grip, a gorilla grip, some would say, on me.
Damn.
Yeah, bro. It's been really bad. Honestly,
How
like
many days have you not watched porn?
probably like a week. It's been like a solid week.
When's the last time you watched porn, Corpse? Be real.
Probably like how long is an episode?
4 hours
of
ago?
Ahsoka? Like 48 minutes. So like 49 minutes ago, dude.
You beat off to Ahsoka? Oh, before
No,
Ahsoka.
no.
Oh, before
No, I
Ahsoka.
didn't beat off, but I was watching some porn though. Had to get my
Wait.
fucking juices up, man.
Wait, what?
Oh, wait. You watch porn, but you don't beat
Mhm.
off.
Sometimes, yeah.
That's interesting. Okay, let's make a
See-
pact. Let's make a pact right here.
Mhm.
All right, what's up?
We'll do the three of us. Can't hear you, but can hear them. Oh shit!
Bruh's been muted the whole time.
No.
Nintendo Switch is clear cut the best console. It really
all
is.
right.
It's so innovative.
Here's the pact, and then we'll talk about Nintendo Switch.
I was just saying because I don't use Nintendo Switch. I'm a little biased. That's why I was saying no.
Fucking hater.
But it might.
I'm
But it might. It's
biased,
a
you're a
good game.
hater.
It's a good game. It's a good gaming console. It is.
It's probably the best. Honestly, honest to God. All right. Starting tomorrow, the 4th. No porn for at least a month.
So wait.
So a sober
And
October off
we
of
gotta,
fucking
we
porn?
gotta be real with each other though.
No porno. Wait. No.
Wait, but we're going into No Nut November.
Fuck that. They also say no shave November. Dude, I shaved my face
No
all
porn-
through November just to say fuck that.
No porn-tober.
No Porntober.
Damn.
No Porntober. No Porntober. I'm with it.
Damn.
I'm with it.
Porntober.
I'll try.
Yo, what's
I'll
up?
try.
Editor
You do it.
W's. Yo,
Damien,
what's up, buddy?
we're just the effort. You have to put the effort in. And
No.
if you fuck up-
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Yeah. I mean, I'm doing it. Sorry, I'm not gonna watch. I'm gonna do it. This is the
But
pack.
if one of us fucks up, it doesn't mean that the rest of us can fuck up. But we gotta be real.
We gotta put our hands in the middle. Yeah, wrong side.
Here we go.
1, 2, 3. No Porntober.
No Porntober.
Hey.
There you go. All right, good pack.
All right.
I will
No,
say that
for-
my consumption's been bad recently just because I'm trying not to fornicate, right? And work on that but Damo is right. Like it's bad, bro. Like you know what I mean? When it's like we kind of like open up Instagram kind of like willy-nilly sometimes when we're bored. And I don't want you guys know how I feel about sexual deviancy now, and so it's like I need to reel it back, and I can't use the excuse any further. Like if I'm really trying to reel it back, then I got to reel it back on all fronts. So
Yeah, bro. It's hard because I'd be like, damn, I wonder what's on my recommended page now.
Wait, topic.
The video I just
we
watched
haven't gotten
yesterday.
into the topic yet, but we're getting there. Right now, we're making a blood pack. We just did it.
All right, no porn for a month.
Switch
Yeah.
is elite. Let's switch the topic and let's say Switch is elite because of its
Switch
compact
the
nature.
topic. I like that wordplay.
You like that? But it's elite, dude. It's elite. And PSP was so ahead of its fucking time, and Nintendo took that concept and gave it a little.
Yo, just
And-
beefed it. Just beefed it up, bro. Just took it to 11. It was nice. It was good.
Yeah, next
How do you
level.
feel
No,
if your
it's the
girlfriend
best.
How would you feel if your girlfriend asked you to unfollow Insta models? That comes from Crystal Waters.
How would I feel if my girlfriend asked me to not follow
Instagram
can
models.
she follow? Can she follow Instagram models?
Let's not play whataboutisms though. Let's not play whataboutisms.
Like yeah, let's just blank. Let's say she doesn't, right? And you
I
do.
mean, no.
No what?
I mean, what's the issue?
If she
That's
just
a fair
feels.
question.
What if she would feel a little bit more secure with you not following?
That's
them?
the issue. That's the issue.
She's
What's the
insecure.
issue?
Insecurity.
Sure. So yeah, sure.
Wasn't Crystal Water saying that I was insecure? 'cause I didn't
No,
want my
wait,
girl to bring
wait,
up
wait,
Valentine's Day?
I gotta defend. I gotta
Hold
defend her.
up.
She no. She said it sounds like insecurity. Not that
Well,
you
you sound
are
insecure.
insecure.
You sound mad insecure, Crystal Waters. I love you. I appreciate your support throughout the podcast, but I
You
think
what?
I am. I think I am a little with Cisco on that, where it's like following them is one thing. Because if I was following a male model, would you still have the same issue?
I feel like yes, if you were like bisexual or something, that could be the play.
Hold on, but what could be the issue besides security? What is the issue with following Instagram models? Like that's like saying that I have like if I pass by a Victoria's Secret page, I can't look. That's like saying if they're showing swimsuit models on TV, I can't look.
Nah, because I feel like
Why?
those examples are very much like happenstance, and your Instagram feed is very meticulous. You very much choose to look at the things that you follow and that you're interested in, whereas like an advertisement is just like, oh shit, I'm watching like a McDonald's advertisement now. You didn't choose to watch that ad; it just kind of came up, you know.
Okay, I'll put it like this. yes, I am interested in those things, right? I am interested in beautiful women. Hence why I'm dating you, right? Because I believe
This
that
man is always the smoothest, bro. I swear to God, this man has so much game.
I'm being real here, okay? Hence why I'm dating you, right? And there's always this thing of, I wouldn't have a chance with this person, period, right? And even if I did, right? And this is me being honest, right? If I truly love you, and if I had a chance with the
Mm, you
Jenna
can't say
Ortega,
love yet though, because like imagine it's just a girlfriend that you've been dating for like 3 months. You can fall in love in
but
3 months.
but
Wait,
let's
but
but no
that's
but let's take a hard stance on this. This is somebody I love. They're coming to me. They're saying, "Baby, I'm feeling insecure about this, and I think that it would strengthen our relationship if this is what was to happen." Right?
Hmm. Hmm.
There's nothing on God's green earth. And once I'm dedicated to somebody, and you really have that from me, you're even if I had that chance with them, I'm not taking it. Right? And I know that sounds wild as fuck, but whether it's celebrity or this girl who can dive into my ear and be super manipulative and all these things, right? Like, no, that's where loyalty's shown, right? That's where it's truly shown, right? Now, me as a man, them as women, I'm not going to care if my girlfriend follows James Franco. He's sexy as fuck, right? I'm not going to care if she follows fucking Jason Momoa, right? Because those
That dude's a
things,
goof.
that dude is bad as fuck. The only
Still a
reason
goof though. He's a
he a
goof.
little overhyped. He a little overhyped. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
he's
lie.
a
let me tell you
goof.
A
guys
little
something.
overhyped.
My man's
The
wears
only
makeup, bro.
reason, the only reason why I have a chance with any girl in any room, right, is because he's not standing in it. Like, because he's not there, right? Because if he was there, I would have no shot. Like he's a fucking radar. I don't think he's that good looking, but when you think of what women want, they want somebody who's tall, strong, burly, got a beard, muscles, and tattoos. Like he's got
Dude's
all of it,
buff. Dude's
and he's
buff.
like 6'13", and I'm
True.
a solid
And based.
5'9" on a good day. Like, I mean, like my neck's not compressed. So let's talk about being insecure, right? So let's just be real. Let's just be real here. My biggest thing though is the psycho part, the psycho synopsis of it is if you want to be if hold on, how do I want to say this? I want to make sure I say this right so it makes sense. If you want to subtract all the other sexual deviancies of my mind, then you better be ready to satisfy all those things, right? If you don't want me to look at another woman,
Ah,
if you don't want me to look at another woman dancing, if you don't want me to look at another woman in this red dress and wearing the heels that I like, that you don't like, but I like those heels, I like that shirt, I like those pants, but you don't want to wear them, okay, you better allow me to at least gaze in the direction to where I find that satisfaction. Because to suppress that sexual deviancy is only going to make it worse, right? And loyalty isn't displayed in the moments of where there is opportunity, right? It's the lack thereof, right? Because once opportunity arises, boom, that's where it goes, right?
The lack thereof is something that I've said for so fucking long.
I'm just saying.
The opportunity is always there, bro, and I don't take it. I'm just showing you, look, I'm not gonna fucking take it. But after being hidden in the dark corner for so long, if the opportunity pops up, I might say, hello.
damn. Wait,
No, but seriously, think about it like this, right? What other reason would there like? Not to put you on blast or anything, but like, do you give a fuck who your girl follows on Instagram?
No. Well,
As long as it's
but
like,
she's
as long as
also
it's not like somebody personal, right? Like if it's somebody personal, I think that's a different story.
yeah, if she had like a personal pass with him or whatever. Like that's kind
But if
that's
it's
a different
somebody
thing,
that you're
yeah.
probably never gonna fucking meet, you never fucking have a chance with. Half those Instagram models don't even exist in real life, bro.
Yeah, bro, they're
Let's be
AI
real.
generated.
Exactly. So, like, what? I don't understand what the issue. Does that mean I can't watch porn either?
I just realized Korpsx didn't say anything about my haircut. What the fuck, dog?
Well, I did.
He did. He did.
Like, That was like the first thing I said to him when I got to
No,
work.
you don't.
That's
you don't-
crazy, bro.
I thought you had one, but I didn't want to be like, did you get a haircut? You'd be like,
You
no.
can't even tell this motherfucker has a haircut because he has fucking headphones on.
Because of the headphones. Yeah, no, I
He
thought I
literally gets
saw
this
I
much
saw
of
the
his
cleanup
haircut and
lady.
pays $50.
Shut up, bro.
I
Shut up.
I paid $40
It's only
for this
because.
haircut.
Huh?
Bro, you literally
paid
get this much of your haircut, bro.
Yeah, bro. But I've been going to him for a minute. He's a homie. I love him to death. I got a couple more chats actually. Well, one. James Franco is canceled. SMH. Keep up, corpse. But
Whatever.
Franco is canceled. Why is he canceled?
I don't know. He fucking I was gonna say
Allegedly had
let's
some
say some
sexual
wild-
assaults. Some
Dude, I'm
crazy
sorry.
shit. Allegedly.
That's crazy. But I'm thinking, like, what if they asked you to unfollow an OF girls or like a corn? Trying to not be censored by
Actress.
YouTube. Oh, okay.
An
Yeah, an
adult
adult actress. Yeah.
We've already said porn a million times on. We literally.
Oh,
said
that's
stop
true.
watching
No,
porn.
but I think the reason she said it was because of comments. I think you can't type that word.
Oh,
in
word.
comments.
Well, does that mean I can't watch porn then? And they're not showing porn on
that's a good
Instagram.
question. I think the like.
Does that mean I'm not allowed to have a Twitter?
Good.
If you tell Corpse he
question.
can't have a Twitter, he's not. You're
I might
lost.
explode.
Yo, what are you guys gonna do? So now that we've made this pack, what are the guardrails that you're gonna have for yourselves? What's the
You cannot go out and seek porn.
Yeah, if it
Yeah.
pops up on my
You can't-
feed, I can't
You
help
can't
that.
beat yourself
you know what
off.
Wait. Wait, what? If it pops up on your feed, that means you're following them already.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you can scroll past it. It's not like
Wait,
not
but
seeking it out.
can you go like
sure.
I mean? No. Keep it pushing. I got to keep it pushing.
I was just
He's
like,
gonna be like,
no.
He's gonna be like this. He's gonna be like, wait. Okay.
He's like, bro, I thought I missed the notification.
What kind of shit?
Nah, I didn't miss it. You're like, bro, I'm just
Is
trying to
that
find
you
the.
see that in the background? Is that marble countertop?
He's like, wait, what's your?
I like those countertops.
He's like, bro, what kind of washer is that? Wait a second.
Oh, that's my stepsister. Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Nah, but
Oh no, let's have chat. Let's have chat come up with it. What are the parameters of our pack for the
guys, listen, we're not trying to look at any corn. I don't know if I'm gonna get banned for that shit for saying that now. I don't think I will.
No. They may
Um,
demonetize your shit, but it's like per video.
Monetize anyways
I've
in
looked
the
at this-
video.
Bro, I
Not like
say
your
the
videos
craziest shit. I say I hate women.
I know,
say,
bro. I saw some crazy. I saw your bro. You and whoever your last guest was on the smoking section were going in on men and women.
Did you like it? Did you like it?
I didn't listen to the whole podcast. I just watched the clip. But I don't know. You guys are going a little hard, bro. I
gotta watch
not that I'm against what you guys are saying or
Wow.
for it because
Save
you
hates
want to know
women.
my standpoint. No, what the fuck? I love
Wow.
women. I love
Clip
women.
it.
I love women so much that I don't even want to be around them. That's how much I love them.
Wow. Clip it, everybody.
Powerful.
Clip it. Clip that shit.
Well, me and her's had some back and forth on Facebook about femininity, masculinity, what a man's place is, what a woman's place is, and so I was like, and I had messaged her, and I was like, I want to hear you a little bit more in length. I was like, because some of this stuff I don't all agree with, and so some of the stuff I do, and some of it I could see where you're coming from, you know what I mean, and so instead of Facebook comments, let's hop on a pod, you know what I mean, and so. I was thankful. I was thankful to be able to hear her. Even and then there was a lot of stuff, you know, I didn't go back and forth with her because I mean there was just so much shit she was like putting out. And I don't want to say shit, but a lot of info she was throwing out there. And so I just wanted to hear it. You know what I mean? I wanted to give a space to hear it.
Twitter fingers turn to trigger fingers. That's crazy.
They do.
But listen, Zero, we're not saying you can't have sex, okay?
What?
Can't beat
I
off.
never said that shit, bro.
I'm just
What
saying
are
can't
you?
beat off.
Yeah,
because
bro. I'm not gonna lie. That was never in my mind, not for a second.
some people would think like no nutting at all.
Oh nah, that's for like November. But even then, I lose first day. It's okay.
My main man.
James Franco's canceled. Oh wait, he's spitting facts. I agree with this. Wait, bro's still a virgin. True and based.
Good,
You know,
good. Stay a virgin for as long as you can.
and it's per
Like,
video, not whole channel. Okay, I mean,
Yeah.
it's gonna be all right. All right, let me get back to the focus. I titled this video, this live stream. I forgot what I titled it, but it's holy. It's basically the holy podcast. So,
Look at
Korpsx.
Korpsx guy is so excited. Look at him.
I know you perked up. Listen, I feel like we've been blue balling you on some deep conversation with not even blue balling because like we're not bringing it up, but I feel like we stray away from it a little too much. So I wanted to dedicate this episode to being able to flesh out, talk about religion, and then a question I had is why do you
Look how
think
happy he is, bro. He's so excited. Look at him.
he's
Look at him.
contemplating, bro, every word. Why? And this is a general question for the podcast. Why do you think man needs religion in their life? Not men, but man in general, humankind.
Can't say that you'll get canceled.
Wait, what do you mean?
Can't say man.
I just wanted to clarify, not men. I'm going to bed. See you, Zero. Alrighty, be safe, Ghost. Thank you so much for being here. Peace. Oh, saving corpse. God bless you, saving corpse.
See you later.
Gang. Damn, that's a good. It's a question I've pondered, right? And
I'm gonna just sit back and because this is gonna be Korps's podcast here. I'm gonna just sit back and listen.
Bro, I want to, because you were also kind of getting deep on Save's birthday, and I was drunk, and I was like, bro, I'm not in it right now. I'm not in it for this one, because I was drunk and I could not articulate well, but I wanted to speak a little bit more.
dude,
deeply.
you were lit, son.
I love seeing them like that. I love
He
seeing
was
them like that.
lit, bro.
Bro, it was terrible.
Why does man need
No.
religion?
Did you say why does or does man need religion?
It seems like, I guess to like get into it a little bit more, it seems like vast majority of times there are vast amount, probably the majority of the population of humankind turn to religion. There is not the majority turning to atheism and things like that. It seems like in our nature there is this weird like innate attraction to the religious, to a god, to a bigger than.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, can I say something before you go off on a
Yeah.
tangent? No, because I know Korpsx is gonna fucking take
I know he's thinking about it. I'm loving it, but
here's my take on it, right? As somebody, I'm not religious at all, right? I'm not. I believe in a higher being, but only because it doesn't make sense to me that this world was created by nothing. It makes no sense. But we're talking about religious, right?
I'm saying that as well. There's like a sense of not even necessarily like this is my Christian Jesus Christ God. This is my Buddha. I'm not talking about like specifics in terms of religious. I'm talking about there's always this pull to like there's something so much bigger than me that created all this.
Yeah, but I don't think that's religion then.
Then I'm talking about like, I guess, what would you call it? Spirituality? I guess like, why do we believe in a God?
It's religion. It's religion. It's religion. Let's call it what it is. It's religion.
But it's not, because if I believe in a higher being, that doesn't mean I'm religious. I could disagree with everything the Bible says. I could disagree with everything the Bible says. I could disagree with everything the Quran says. I could disagree with everything that fucking.
But even if you thought this thing right here created our great reality, right? Even if you thought that was, there's still a religion behind that, right? You showing the faith in this thing, right? Whether it's adamant or an inanimate, is still it's still religion, right?
You're saying I have to have faith in that.
Whatever idea that it is that you have, right? Like
my idea is that something exists. And I'm not saying that's what I'm saying. So if I believe that it's something, I don't believe that it's God. I don't believe that it's a llama. I don't believe that it's a fucking elephant with 7 arms. Like I don't believe in any of that shit. Something. Mm-hmm. There's no religion behind that. I don't practice. I don't follow anything.
I guess like we're getting muddy in the words. I don't mean religion in the sense of there's like a structural like church and
no. I know you don't. I know you don't. But Korpsx just said that it's religion. He said, "Let's call it what it is. It's religion, but it's not.
It's religion. It's religion in the idea that there's a faith in this thing, right? Because you say it's because we've all said it. I can't believe that when this is over, it's just over, lights off. So to have that faith in that idea in your own mind is a religion. Now the practice of it may look different, right? The practice of that belief. I think the word religion became institutionalized, right? It became a synagogue. It became a church. It became, a mosque. It became
Hold on.
all these.
This is what religion is: the belief in and worship of a superhuman power or powers, especially a god or gods, a pursuit or interest to which someone ascribes supreme importance. So it's not religion. If all I'm saying is I believe in a higher being, but there's no importance of it, if I'm not following the word of anything, if I'm not preaching or practicing anything that no any faith or anything like that, it's not religion. It's just a belief.
Wait, but wouldn't the belief in a higher being by default give you some sort of path to do better than if you were to believe that there was none?
Yes.
If you could fall into anarchy because there's nothing to be beholden to or be like in awe of, then wouldn't that, you know what I mean?
That's my problem with people who say I'm just spiritual. I used to be one of those people. Right?
I'm not even saying I'm spiritual.
Well, okay, but hold on. Let's just go as far as to say I started on a spot where like I don't know what God is, but I know that there's one. I know that there's something that created this, right? And they're like, oh, well, you're spiritual. Well, I don't think I'm spiritual, right? I don't believe in all that. Well, then how can you believe that there's something outside of you that's creating in your life, right? That's the spirit. That's the spirit of something, not this little thing inside of you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's the spirit of something that's happening. It's like, okay, well, maybe I am spiritual. Okay, well, what religion do you practice to believe in this spirit? Well, I don't believe in religion. Well, by default, in the definition is the belief in something. Okay, well, I do believe in something, but I don't practice anything. Okay, well, you just don't practice.
No, because that's not by default the definition. I just read the definition.
Go again from the beginning.
Wait, but I also, just to like clarify, I don't want to get too hung up on like the wording. I kind of do want to get into
because it makes sense.
No. Wait,
yeah,
what?
Because it makes sense into what we're talking about. Because I disagree with what Korpsx is saying. Because I don't believe man needs religion. That's
I don't necessarily disagree, because religion is more the concept of like the structure of like church, and that's mostly what it is.
No, that's what it's become. I agree with Korpsx on that it's become institutionalized. I 100% agree with it. That's not what religion always was. It's not. But I also don't believe that man needs religion. I don't believe that either. I agree with what he's saying upon the institutionalization of religion, but I don't believe that it's necessary for man. So here's the definitions again, okay? So the definitions are the belief in and worship of a superhuman powers or of a superhuman power or powers, especially God or gods, a particular system of faith and worship, a pursuit or interest to which someone ascribes supreme importance.
Okay, then I would say religion, actually. That is exactly the question I asked.
Yeah. But look at that definition of it chunk by chunk, right? It starts in the belief of something, right? And this is something that I've been telling my mom recently was the further I realized when I was younger, the further I stepped away from faith, the further it casted me into it, right? Like for me to believe that something is real gives it creation, right? So when you think of it on a metaphysical sense, for me to envision dance moves in my head means I can create this thing, means it exists. I can do it. It can exist. So if I can sit here and come up with all these concepts to denounce a supernatural being, then that also equates the same argument for it to be retorted back to me in its existence. Does that make sense? Because even physics explains to us that everything has an equal but opposite reaction. So if I could sit here and come up with all these arguments, that means all the same arguments can come back into me. You get what I'm saying? Like it runs back into me. And I think that man, for the most part, in its beginnings, looked to have gods and a god to explain the things that were unexplainable.
I agree with
right? And I wouldn't say that people need that, right? But I think we've chosen that because it's easier, though it's easier to accept and more challenging to do to arise to something more benevolent than to just say, oh, well, I know better, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes knowing better isn't enough. Sometimes knowing better isn't, and I know how to crump better than what I'm crumping right now, right? But the practice of it helps me be refined in these things. It helps me be refined in these things through my practice of saying, okay, this is what God is calling me to do. This is what God has said not to do. This is what God says to show and what not to show and how to behave. And these are basic, simple, fundamental things of humans. I'm not going to get into not eating shellfish and this, that, and the third, whatever. That's, y'all can keep that.
You're
But
talking about morals.
the moralistic and virtuous part of it, I think, is very basic human behavior. But we have seen that people act outside of it: murder, adultery, right? The perversion of children, this, that, and the third. Like, we've seen. So without this thing that we could say, the people above us, I would hate to prosecute my brother. I would hate to prosecute one of you, right? But if you guys did something wrong, the thing that would keep me morally right and morally just is that there's somebody upstairs calling me to do so. So when I look at you, right, when I look at you and say, Cisco, you're being condemned to this, I'll be able to do it because he's calling me to do it. I know it's wrong. You know it's wrong, but he's calling me to do it, right? And that's what I think became kind of like the tiebreaker and everything. Like, you know what I mean? Like the tiebreaker of like, hey, bro, I got to do this. Like, I'm sorry, but you did wrong, or we're doing wrong. I think that was the basic caveman explanation for the lightning coming out of the sky and the crazy whirlwind fucking monsters coming over the ocean.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's plenty of stories from different religions on what happened, right? I mean, you're talking about the Battle of Olympus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, there's the Battle of Olympus, right? Through Greek mythology, there's fucking the battle between Anubis and Ra in Egyptian mythology. I mean, but now it's interesting to me, right? Is because I mean we can get into the basis of religion, and there's plenty of different religions and practices that I've read about and that I love. I love the stories behind them, right? Like I love the stories in the Bible, and the way that I've always viewed the stories in the Bible is as a way to live your life and be good to one another, which I believe that's what they truly are. I don't believe. I mean, there are some stories that I do believe happened in the Bible. Like I believe that Noah's Ark did happen. I don't believe it happened exactly how they say it happened in the book, but I view those stories in the Bible because I have read the Bible before. I've read the Bible and I, you know, looked at it as this is just a basic rule book on how we should live our life. These stories give us our morals on why we should be good to one another, what happens in a sense if we're bad to one another, not in a sense of we'll be smited by God or smitten by God, but in a sense of like do good and good will come onto you, right? And I guess
Absolutely.
that's more of that's a more spiritual aspect than a religious aspect, in my opinion. And I've also, you know, like I have the all seeing eye tattooed on me for reasons that base the patience off of what those gods have done, how Ra handled certain things, right? Um, and then I love Greek mythology. I mean, the story of Perseus and how he handled the Medusa situation, and Hercules' story. Even like I was talking to Damien about Helio, and just like there's so many different aspects of it, but there's always one common denominator in those different aspects of gods that we've learned throughout all religions, and that there's one main God, right? And the practice of one main God is something that I would say is hard to denounce, right? Like you were talking about, it makes sense, right? If it makes sense and you can't prove it wrong, then, or like, if you try and prove it wrong, there's probably plenty of ways to prove it right. Which I think viewing those things is right, that there is one creator. But I think, I mean, I personally, I think religion was created so that people had something to look forward to when they died. That's why I think religion was created. But I do believe that there is a higher being. I just don't, like, I don't know, walking with him and things of that nature to me just seems far fetched, in my opinion. I
You
think
know who's great? You know who really,
our good old buddy,
who really changed my opinion on the Bible? Who just evolutionized my whole idea on it? Good old JP, bro. Give a round of applause, everybody. Just good old JP, bro. Welcome to the show. Actually gonna join now. Imagine. No, but genuinely, I always thought of those stories were like, bro, what the fuck are we talking about right now? All right, you almost killed your son in the name of God. What is happening? All right.
Yes.
Talk to a burning bush, bro. That was just
talk to a burning bush.
That was just a marijuana bush.
I'll give you guys two perspectives on both those stories. But go ahead, Dave. I'm alright.
But a lot of the times now, whenever I hear these stories of like, this is what happened. When I hear a new story that I've never heard in the Bible, that I'm like, oh shit, I very much view it through that lens that I got from Jordan Peterson of like, view it as a psychological story on basic human emotion or reactions, or the way psychologically you might react to something. I don't have like a story super in mind, but I'm trying to think of one, but it was just in that vein of like, these aren't stories meant to take seriously necessarily and for you to follow them and idolize them, but it was more for you to take them, pick them apart, and get what you need from them. Critically think about like whatever you're reading. And then, sorry, one more thing. Somebody, Chris Water said, random, but Noah supposedly died at 950 years old. The dude was not human.
There's an explanation behind that as well.
They probably didn't do it in like years, right? He's probably like,
they did not do it in years.
Like 32.
Oh, yeah.
So you sometimes some cultures, now we got to remember who these people are, right? They're Hebrews, right? And Hebrews also use letters as numbers, right? So I think somewhere in these translations that we don't understand, and you got to understand where these practices are coming from. There's some cultures that count the age of the individual by the number of full moons that they've seen. Sometimes they count the numbers of the age by the turning of the seasons, right? There's even old American books that if you read it, they were counting their age by the number of summers that they've seen or the numbers of harvests that they've seen. So though that's a little better calendar wise, let's go to a place like Florida where you don't really see the seasons. How old are these people? If you're going to judge their age by season, right? Come to a place though, like here in Minnesota, where you do see the seasons and you count it by seasons. You have four changings of age in one calendar year. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
so these things, things like Noah and shit is a little easier for me to digest when they start throwing out these numbers, right? I just call it a numerical.
That's a lot.
It's a numerical inadequacy.
I was gonna say though, but like 900. Wait, I kind of want to do the math. What is it? How does that? What does that divvy up to?
I'm about to do it for you. 950 divided by 4 is 237.
I was about to say that's still like inhuman. That's still impossible.
Okay, put how many times on average does it rain in Seattle, Washington per year?
Wait, what? You're not about to tell me? Well, to be fair, I don't know all the ways that they're gonna constitute like a year or like whatever they celebrate.
Do you want to know why I think it's rain? Because of the Great Flood. So I think his age had to do with the days it rained on Earth. I think there's a correlation there.
I had this idea while you guys were talking about like Greek mythology and things like that. There used to be gods for everything. There used to be gods for when you're angry, for the storms that come, when it rains, when you're happy. It seems like over time we've shoot these theories away because it's like, oh, well, we have emotions and weather changes. These things happen. Scientifically, we could prove them. It seems like one of the final frontiers of this, like having gods for things, is death, because it's one of the biggest unknowns that doesn't feel like we could ever really cross over and know fully what's going to happen afterwards. But because of the trend of like we've had these gods for things to explain the things that we can't, does it ever get like, oh shit, like death is the only thing we can't explain yet, and we have a god for it, and scientifically we've been able to prove everything else, so why is death any different? You know what I mean?
Ooh, let me get there, right? Because I had my sister
Let
send
him
me a
cook,
video.
baby. Let him cook.
I'm about to cook.
Man,
But hold
got
on,
the chef
actually,
hat.
let me go back. The sacrifice of Isaac by Abraham, by his father Abraham, right? That teaches you a couple different things. Shout out Jordan Peterson. That teaches you a couple different
JP.
things. That shows you not only what a good man is. A good man follows the word of God, right? It shows you what a good wife and a good mother is. A good wife follows a man who follows the word of God, right? In my opinion. That's why now if I date somebody and I'm going to take them seriously, they have to have a faith in a higher power. There's got to be some kind of, and a practice thereof, right? Because imagine somebody looked at you and said, honey, you're going to go sacrifice our son today, right? He looked at his wife and said, God has called me to sacrifice our son. Imagine a real conversation happening over the dinner table, right? And she knew that you were not only an utter believer in God, but you were one of his chosen children, right? She would say, okay, whatever he asks, right? There's a plan, there's a reason, right? And it also shows, so it shows not only but Abraham's unwavering faith in God, right? Unquestioning, but also shows Isaac's, not only his obedience to his father, but also his faith in God as well. Because I could only imagine if I went to Elijah and said, our creator has called for this, and this is what we have to do. Like, imagine the courage that it took. Imagine the courage it took for you to follow your dad's word that way. Because he wasn't dragged there. He was bound. He was bound once he got to the altar. Or I can't remember if it's an altar exactly. But once they got there, yes, he bound him and he prepared him for sacrifice. And that's when God said, no, like, but thank you for your unquestioning obedience, because remember, Adam and Eve disobeyed and created the first sin. And Adam followed.
I feel like
Eve.
that's such a fucking like night and day comparison when it comes to obedience. I feel like that is how is it not? Hey, don't eat a fucking apple off the forbidden tree, and hey, bring me your fucking son. Like, I feel like that's such a huge, huge difference.
No, because understand the severity of one compared to the other. One, the child technically isn't yours, right? Because it's God given. Now we're going Hebrew, Christianity, right? God said that you can live here in paradise, never know pain, never know suffering, never know anything. Just don't touch this one fucking tree. Just don't touch this one fucking tree, right? Now, Adam was created first, and Eve was given to him to help him and assist him in the Garden of Eden to make sure that everything was okay, that the animals were okay, that the plants were okay, right? Mm-hmm. Don't touch the one fucking tree, because the tree of knowledge, right, and the knowledge of sin, that was one tree inside of the Garden of Eden. But there was also a tree of everlasting life. So what they were about to do was make a bad thing fucking permanent and bite from this tree and then bite from this one. Because that's the most logical thing to do. I don't want to fucking die. They learned about death. I don't want to fucking die. Here's this tree. Make a bad thing fucking permanent. And so to me, that is the worst one of all, because you sacrifice this child, and I'm telling you as God, your child will live with me up here in heaven. He'll never know pain. He'll never know suffering. You will rejoin him one day. Just trust me. Do this one thing. Do this one thing. Pretty much saying, because remember, these people are after the floods, right? Like, this is all, if I remember correctly, this is all post-apocalypse. He wiped and cleaned the earth post-apocalypse to say, I'm ridding this place and we're starting all over.
Mm-hmm.
So the first ones that fucked this place up, okay, I done washed them out. Could you do better than them? Could you just trust me when I tell you to do this fucking one thing? Could you trust me? And he did. And his wife did. That's like that having faith.
Oh, okay. So let me ask you this: with how? Because I don't think we've ever touched on it, right? Like, are you religious?
No, I wouldn't say I'm religious, right? But I have a religion behind the practices of which I follow God. Because hold on, because I'm gonna touch on this too. Is the burning bush, right? Now,
the marijuana.
I don't believe I'm Christian, right? I don't subscribe to the institutionalization of the faith, right? And there's something behind me that this Hebrew man named, Yahshua, born of Bethlehem, saved me and my people of our sin. And that's just hard for me to wrap my brain around. This is hard. But it speaks to me in languages that I understand. It speaks to me in parables, rhymes, and rhythms that I can understand. And I can, like JP says, I can pick from it easy. I don't speak Arabic, so I'm not going to read the Quran. I don't speak Hebrew, so I'm not going to read the fucking Torah. I don't believe in astrology like that because I can't read the stars. I've never learned. I don't speak that language. You get what I'm saying? But like the burning bush speaks to me the most. And I like that you guys picked that up because I've been on a Moses kick lately, right? So when the burning bush happened, right, when Moses stumbled upon this burning bush, one of the first things that it spoke to him was, take off your sandals, for the land that you are, or for the ground that you stand on is holy, or is blessed, right?
Which this is a true story, by the way, too. Like this has been proven. The story of Moses has been proven to be.
His existence has been proven. His existence has been proven. The migration of the Hebrew people out of, like, there was really Hebrew slaves in Egypt. Yes, a lot of that has been proven.
You never seen the Prince of Egypt?
Now
that's what that movie is about.
Now think of the burning bush, right? Everybody thinks, oh, it's this bush that's on fire. Why didn't it burn up?
Isn't it though?
Well, that's the whole point.
No, just fine. Yeah.
Have you ever felt like you were on fire and being consumed by it?
I don't know.
We've all been there.
I don't know if I can
We've
say
all been
I've
there.
been there.
I smoked some spice one time in a like that.
Nah, bro. I don't know if I can say I've been there. I'm not gonna lie.
So
no, on fire.
Are you just talking about like a feeling of overwhelmed, like
being
overwhelming feeling? Yeah,
I've felt overwhelmed, but like not on fire.
Wait, but like suffocated by just overwhelming anxiety and just a feeling of like that's what he's talking about. That's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah, dude. When I'm having an anxiety attack or a panic attack, it feels like a fireball is getting crushed down my throat, bro. Like it's just like I could feel it, like, and I can't breathe. You get me? And so the burning bush, he's standing on holy ground. So where is God in this? Is he the bush or is he the fire? Because when Moses describes the bush, he describes it as it being on fire but not consumed by, right? To me, to witness God would make my fucking brain collapse, right? Like how Thor says, he goes, if you guys were to wield this power, your mind would collapse into madness. I think it would break my fucking brain if I had all the knowledge of the universe just thrown on me at once, right?
Damien Hard with that fucking Thor reference.
Stop, bro. Not even like that movie.
Bro, that one fucking hit me. I was like,
but why do you think he spoke like that?
It was cool.
Because he's a fucking god, bro.
Okay, and so
also there was this theory that I forgot who it is. I can't even bring him to mind. That he was very, very intelligent, but every time he came close to like this, like realm of religion, he would have I think it was like epileptic seizures or something like that. But apparently it was rumor, or like it was more of like a theory or something like that. But people speculate that like he was getting too close to the theory of everything, basically to the epiphany of the universe. And that would make him rescend back into almost like a half madness, but he would regain consciousness after.
People ask why Freemasonry is taught in degrees Because if you just got all this knowledge from masonry goes back to the libraries of Alexandria, if it was just revealed to you all at once, you would not be able to fucking comprehend the shit, dude, let alone appreciate it for what it's worth. You know what I'm saying? Like, you wouldn't even, like, the things that I learned as an EA, now as a fellow craft about to be a fucking master, like, now those things, it's like, oh my God, like, bro, it makes sense now. Like, it makes even more sense being reintroduced to it over time. You get me? And sometimes not only the Masonic teachings, but everything in between, bro. All these teachings. Let's be real. Christianity was a cult at one point. Catholicism was a cult at one point. All these things were very occult. It's all this occultic knowledge is very powerful, and people just don't understand, right? Like, it would crush your fucking brain. But the burning bush is symbolic of the power of God. This fucking one bush is on fire, but not being consumed by. And it is telling you, take off your shoes, because where you're standing right now, my guy, it's holy, right? He wants skin-to-skin contact with you. I want your bare foot where I am. Touch this ground, right? Look at this burning bush. You're not going to... I am powerful. I am your God. But just like I am not burning up this bush, I will not hurt you. That is what he's saying, right? It's something of realize the power. Do not be afraid of it. I'm not going to hurt you, right? But when you come to me barefoot. Come to me just as you are. Nothing, no sandals. Because remember, at this time, he's a slave. He's a dirty slave. So imagine how dirty his fucking feet are. That's okay. Take those fucking sandals off, though. That's wild as fuck. When you really break down, down that whole parable, like, you know what I mean? The science part of it, right? Now, because this is where I go back to your earlier thing, or earlier question. Science and mathematics is the code of the universe, is the code in which God first spoke to us.
Matrix.
Right?
Oh.
The Matrix. Right?
Matrix. What? What are you talking about? What are we talking about right now?
So the Semitic languages, right? The first Semitic languages, all the way back to Sumeria, the oldest languages ever recorded, their letters also correspond with numbers, right? If you look at anything in this universe, anything, you can explain it through mathematics, the sciences, and through language, right? The language is one of the most common ones because we all hear each other talk, right? We all hear each other talk, and we've even developed sign languages. But that's one of the triumphs that help create what we see, right? The language in which we can communicate, right? The mathematics behind, I mean, the shapes of our fucking furniture is all mathematics. It's all math, bro. The science of this fucking piece of metal here can cut through this wood. You get what I'm saying? Boy. So again, think of it. Yes. Thor even says it too, right?
Lay it on me,
we
bro.
called it magic. You guys call it science.
Wait.
Yeah, we talked about that line
I
before.
think that was Doctor Strange.
No, that's Thor. 100% Thor.
No.
We've talked about this line before.
Because Thor's based on that one.
No.
Look it
You
up.
called it... Wait, what? Magic?
Yeah.
We call
it magic. You call it science.
We call it magic.
By Thor Odinson. Your ancestors called it magic.
Yeah.
Wait, what? We call it magic.
Your ancestors called it magic, but you call it science. I come from a land where they are one and the same.
Oh, that's a beautiful quote. Oh, you are right. Wow, good job.
Why do you ever question this man? Okay,
stop playing with me. Hey, nigga, I'm cooking right now.
Cooking.
Oh, my bad.
And so to say Isaac Newton, right, who came up with one of the greatest discoveries of all time, gravity, right? To think that he was an alchemist, right? Alchemy, this thing of magic, right? Creating magic, right? Pharmacy comes from sorcery, right? Like, alchemy is chemistry. So these things that we considered magic at one time, we just learned how to wield the power of it, right? We learned how to manipulate and study. See, that's one thing I like about Masonry, right? Is not everybody's allowed to learn what we learn. because the sorcerers of old, I think, were afraid of their teachings being lost, that they just taught them to everybody and anybody.
Well, let me ask you this though, based off of that sentence that you just said. Everything is possible. You said it
Yes.
yourself, right? Okay.
Yes.
So it's possible for me to learn everything that you learn as a Mason.
Yes, it is possible.
But without me knowing the concept or power of that knowledge.
Absolutely. That's why people play the Ouija board.
Oh, yeah, that's fucking stupid. But
Yeah, bro, that shit is crazy.
no,
Fuck
So
that.
let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. You know what I mean?
no, thank you.
No,
What
bro.
we're talking about this.
I like the
No for
quote.
me, dog.
I like the quote to be wary of wisdom that you did not earn.
Absolutely.
I love that quote, bro, because that's some. As
When's
like
the
LOL, you want to be about shit? Like, I don't fuck with that, bro. Nah.
Go ahead. You
But
want to
wait,
open some
but
doors? Go ahead.
Yeah,
Cisco,
bro.
where
Open
were
doors
you
at your
going,
house, bro.
Where was I going?
Yeah, where were you going? Where were you going with that? I want to hear that.
No. I was just going with the fact that sometimes there's things in this life that we learn that we don't appreciate the knowledge that we genuinely have because we don't understand how powerful it is.
Oh
That makes
yeah,
sense?
yeah.
Because you and I can know some of the same shit, but you learned
Yeah.
it through you know your path in life, and I just learned mine out of whatever my path in life. But you
Mhm.
sought to and seek your knowledge where I didn't, and you put your knowledge to a different use than I do. You know what I mean? Like we can know
Yeah.
the same shit, we just use it differently.
Absolutely.
And it's beautiful.
Like the concept of knock on wood. That's wood magic.
Knock on wood. It's like
Knocking on wood.
Do you guys believe in like superstition like that? Like salt, throw the salt over the shoulder,
No.
knock on wood.
Absolutely.
No,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I believe in luck to some degree, but I don't know.
I would rather be
sometimes.
lucky than good, though.
Absolutely.
I'd rather be lucky than good every time.
What if you
There's
had to do?
something.
What if you had to do a trade off?
What's the trade off?
What if you could be
Hold
lucky?
on, hold on. I never got to my question real fast.
Okay, go for it.
Real fast. I just thought about it.
Go
Okay,
for it.
with how you walk in the footsteps of God, right? Corpse.
I try to. Yes.
Okay, as closely as you like feel that you need to. If you were put in that position where God told you to sacrifice your son, would you be able to do it? Would you get to the point where he'd be like, "Don't worry about it"?
How would you know? Like, how would you know that's?
You wouldn't. That's the whole point of that.
No, but
story.
how would you know that that's like? Yeah, I guess. No, because I would imagine faith would be also not based in like naivety. You can't be naive to who you're doing your sacrifice to. I imagine he had to have known. Like you can't, you know what I mean?
I
Sure,
want
but
to say an angel revealed himself and God
Yeah,
spoke.
you'd have to have
and God
like
spoke to him. Yeah.
yeah, there's like some level of like, all right, bro, source.
But
Like
you
I
still
can't be
don't.
doing all this crazy
Yeah,
shit.
but you still don't know. You still don't know, right?
But I think that story is told more in terms of showing obedience and faith rather than blind faith. I feel like those are two
yeah,
very
but
different.
faith is not knowledge, though.
Faith is
Faith is believing.
sure.
Knowledge is knowing, right? So he had faith that if he sacrificed his son would no longer feel pain and would be in a place, and they would rejoice at a later date, right? That is faith.
Okay.
With
No,
like us believing that there's a heaven is belief. Therefore, we have faith in that. There is no knowledge of heaven.
Yeah, but I think like there's faith that everything he's doing is towards the greater good. The knowledge of knowing that he's doing this for the right reasons is what I mean. If that makes sense. I feel like there's still
Knowing
that
that
level
he's
of
doing for the right reasons, right? But exactly what Korpsx said, right? Listen, he said, "Your son will no longer feel pain. He will not feel pain. He will be in, what did you say? He'll be wonderful place or whatever
Yeah,
whatever.
he'll live eternally. Long story short.
Live eternally, and you will rejoice with him in the future. Like that's all he knew. He didn't know. Well, he doesn't know where the fuck he's going. And this is
No, but I mean,
your son that you birthed and raised, and you have the belief, the faith that something's that you don't have the knowledge.
not knowledge of what's going to happen next. Knowledge that I'm doing this for the real deal. This isn't some hoax. This isn't some crazy shit. It's really
But he didn't
God
even. But he
asking.
also didn't even know why he was doing it.
That doesn't matter. I'm speaking more towards the concept of like
It doesn't
knowing.
matter. So if God came to you and was like, "Hey, I need you to go kill your dad,"
My point is the knowledge that I know that that's God. Does that make sense? Like,
yeah, but
I'm
at
not
this point, what do they know about God?
well, they were close.
Okay.
They were closer than any of us.
So there's a few things in that, right? So
I think I don't think they were as close as we are.
Oh,
Because you got to remember,
they were way closer. Way
They
closer.
were way closer.
way
Way
closer.
closer.
Well, I'm talking about in the sense of it's passed by word, right? Like religion didn't exist yet at this point,
Uh-huh.
right?
They were
There's no
closer to
following.
God, though.
They were closer to God within the word because they were living the action, right? But there was no following of God. There was no following of Christ. Like there was no following of anything at this point.
I don't think that
Okay,
makes you
so
closer,
that's it.
though.
That's no, it puts you. It actually puts you much closer, right? Because
Yeah.
they tell you to follow the word of God,
Sure.
the word, right?
The word of God. But nobody knew about eternal life at this point, is what I'm saying. There was no eternal life throughout Go ahead.
Because think of Noah. First, think of Noah, right? For Noah, and then also look at the belief in the word, right? I used to say this all the time about God was in religion, is that when God passed on his word to man is once I became skeptical, right? It's after that. I believe that God passed his word unto men, but after that I became skeptical, right? Because everyone likes to argue about how was it written, how was it translated, this, that, and the third. Like your interpretation. When you're speaking to God directly, right, or somebody with a first-hand encounter, it's harder to deny it. Like you get what I'm saying? It's much harder to deny these things.
No, but I think we're getting away from the concept of there was no belief in eternal life at this point, is what I'm saying. Because even when God spoke to Noah, even when God spoke to Moses, there was no promise of eternal life to either one of them. They were given missions only. Noah was given the mission to build a boat. Moses was given the mission to have the people follow him. Nobody was promised eternal life at this point. So what I'm saying is, why would you put your faith in something that has never been heard of? Because remember, my question was, with how closely you walk with God, would you be able to do the same with Elijah? That's my initial question.
Okay,
and there's no belief, there's nothing. No one was promised eternal life prior besides Jesus Christ, right? And he was reborn.
No, Jesus Christ Jesus Christ came way after. He came way after.
Saying. At this point, in the Bible, there's nobody that had been promised eternal life. Not a single person.
Ooh, okay, so this is where God sounds bad. It's because he had favorites. He had favorites at this point. Now, reading through Genesis, there was a lot of descendants that he spoke of. Now, a lot of us are speaking of the descendants of Adam, right? But none of us really like to talk about the descendants of Cain, or of Adam. But no one likes to talk about the descendants of Cain, right? So Adam had more children after Cain and Abel. Cain also had children, right? And so during this time, there's a lot of different of the Genesis and the generations of Adam that you hear they lived for 500 years and they had all these kids and they had but there was only a few of them that ever spoke about walking with God, that he actually walked with God, right? And then he passed. But there was some that were, and it's like you kind of ask yourself, well, where did they go? You know what I mean? Where did all of this go? And obviously they went with him, right? And so there was chosen children like Jacob, right? There was chosen children who received special treatment, right? They had these very special stories, and that's why they're in the gospel. That's why they're in the gospel, because they were these children. They were the ones that showed the obedience,
So you're saying
right?
prior to this that they were living in eternal life with God.
To an extent, at the time of their passing, yes.
Wait,
Right.
but what also lends the, like, I don't know, what lends God to have favorites? Is it just kind of like you're dealt the hand you're given and like, yo, you're God's favorite? Or is it like, can you
Crowd
become?
control.
What I
Crowd
mean?
control. You gotta think he was dealing with a much smaller herd at that time. By the time he got to Jesus, he's like, this thing is out of control.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to keep handpicking people who are showing me the most faith. Right. And so he gave his son.
To just give everybody the chance?
So go back to Abraham. Abraham was willing to give his son Isaac, right? And in return, later on, these years later, I will give you my son because I asked my child to give his. All right, cool, bro. Kudos, you pass. Now to save all you bastards, I'll give mine. And I heard this quote and I loved it, right? He gave his son on a cross, right, so that he could take your place. That's why when God looks at you, he sees Jesus. And when he looks at the cross, he sees you. And
I think
that
go
blew
for it,
my
go
brain.
for it.
No, that just blew my brain, bro.
I was gonna say there's a part of me, I feel kind of bad for thinking this, but I think it's those like intrusive thoughts, you know what I mean? Not intrusive. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let me just get to it. There's this almost like cheapness I feel if something didn't really happen, if that makes sense. So I think something had to have happened with Jesus on, like, not only dying on the cross symbolically, but in spirit, there really must have been something sacrificed there, because in my head, it wasn't really a sacrifice unless something was of importance really lost. Like if I gave you, like if I was like, here you guys go, like I'm gonna give you my phone, but I have another one in the back, you know what I mean? Does it really matter if I got like a plethora in the back, or if I just knew, I don't know, if I just knew like it didn't matter that much. But if I'm like, bro, this right here is my favorite fucking possession that I've ever had, you can have it.
What the fuck is that, by the way?
Listen, shut the fuck
heart?
up, all right?
Is that Iron Man's heart?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. I thought it was a fucking car rotor for the longest.
No, bro, it's so sick. My girlfriend got it for me. Hold on, I'll show you. Since you asked. No, but bro, this is my favorite. This is like literally one of my favorite things.
No, that is tight.
That's sick as fuck.
It's so cool. It's like modeled by the first movie. It's so cool. But
your girl got you that?
Yeah,
she's a keeper, dog.
Kudos, Lady Zero. Kudos. Hey, right there. He needs to put it right there. He needs to put it right there. Right there. Ring on it, boy. Put a fucking ring on it, boy. I can't get him to buy me fucking Lunchables, bro. What are you fucking talking about?
It lights up. It does light up.
Oh, she's on here. Let's go.
Yeah.
You don't. Oh, wait, hold on. He doesn't know who your girl is.
Oh, it's Crystal Waters.
Crystal Waters is his girl.
Crystal Waters. Every time Crystal Waters chat.
I don't think I've ever heard you actually say your girlfriend's name.
I don't say it on here, just because, like, yeah,
that's why we know her as Crystal Waters, bro.
Crystal Waters.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
But he's
I don't think you've
shit to Crystal Waters.
No, I don't think you've ever said.
Stop me insecure.
Hey man, I'm just saying.
She also said no hate. But I don't think you've been like disrespectful.
Nah, he has.
I've never said anything disparagingly about anybody on the podcast.
No, I don't think you have. No, I would have said something. I will say. Wait, what are you gonna say? But you know what I mean? Like there had to have been something that happened to Jesus Christ, and obviously we don't know because it might be like afterlife type thing where maybe his spirit was for real sacrificed, and like he didn't get to enjoy the laurels of like eternal life like that. Does that make sense?
Well, I mean, was it? Don't you think that in the way that he was sacrificed? Don't you think that is in itself
Well,
punishment
that's
enough?
very physical, right? So we see ourselves as like not our bodies, but our souls. And a real sacrifice to God would be the sacrifice of his only son's soul. That would be a real sacrifice because God lives in the metaphysical where it's the afterlife and the pearly gates and everything. So if he sent down his only son and then sacrificed him just for him to come back up, be like, "What's up, guy? Back at it." You know what I mean? Like
Good to see you again.
but if it was a real sacrifice, he knew that he was never going to see his son again. You know what I mean? That's a real crazy sacrifice. In my head, I'm like, that had to have happened, because if not, like, what's the sacrifice? I'm not saying that lightly. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to
couldn't have
say
happened.
that lightly.
It couldn't have happened.
No, it almost did. It almost did. And
But
if
it
I
couldn't
remember,
have happened because the second coming of Christ is the apocalypse. So his spirit still lives on.
but that's interpreted a couple of different ways. But the Lent, the 40 days where you give up something, right? Jesus was tempted by the devil.
See, his flesh was killed, not his actual spirit. That's what I'm saying, though. Like, if it's sacrificial, it feels like there is this like connotation of never being again. Like, if I sacrifice something, I let go of it in every way, really. Like, it is a sacrifice that way.
So let's look at this from a spiritual, a religious, and a scientific light, right? So you're saying at this point that God has the power to eliminate spirit.
Wait, say that one more time. God has
the ability to eliminate spirit.
I think so. I think so.
I don't think so.
But that's
If he could-
scientifically proven that you cannot do that.
But
You cannot kill energy. You're saying if there was somebody that could do it, it'd be God?
it'd be God.
Well,
Like what you're gonna say? I don't know. In my head, I'm like, you're gonna tell them they can't? What do you mean?
that's a good fucking question, bro.
Look at you. This is a great question. Like, bro, honestly, you know what the fuck you just did? You just fucking spit on the Bible.
No. Listen, bro.
No,
I got it right
no.
here. I love this thing. I'm fucking.
I'm playing. No. But honestly,
And never, no disrespect. All right, God.
what you're saying makes. Wait, is there crayon writing on the side of that?
Listen, bro. I got it when I was young. Okay, I did. This isn't like defamatory. They told me to do this. There's also highlight. Wait, I highlighted in the Bible. I feel like
That's
that's
actually a great
okay.
question. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say that.
Highlighting is fine.
Or even think about it.
Yeah. See, I highlighted. I don't know.
Yeah,
if
there's
you-
words
anyway.
in there written red.
But yeah, bro, this thing has been with me. This is my first and only Bible that I've ever had, and I'm keeping it. It says my name.
Oh man,
But-
Damien, there you go. Treat your holy
Yeah.
text properly, bro.
Yeah, bro. I don't let anything go on
again,
top of it. Nothing.
Disclaimer. I am not versed in the Bible and in Scripture, right? A lot of it I'm rattling off, and it's not word for word. I'm sorry.
It's all for interpretation, bro. No, we don't.
And it's
who
all
cares?
like this is a
You talk about fucking hating women. You think really people are gonna?
Stop.
Sorry, cousin
I
water.
didn't- okay, go for it.
Two stories is one is the story of Job, and then two is the story of Jesus while he was being tempted by the devil. So I think his death of the body is not only significant, but it's also his birth in the flesh of, right? So not only was he put on earth and went through the trials and tribulations, right? Because remember, he was a Jew. So he not only turned away from his Judaist beliefs, but he also formed his own church, right? He created this thing because he said, no, I am from God. I was born to a Jewish family, but this is the way, right? So not only did he have to go through all the social issues, but he went through the physical pain of being beat and tortured and then crucified. But there was also the time. So think about it like this. One of the hardest things as a parent is when our kids are born that and I think a lot of parents can attest to this, is that we know that they're going to be a part of this world now. And there's a lot of this world that I don't like. There's a lot of this world that's scary. You know what I mean? And
But
my
the
children.
fact that bro, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but this hit me really hard because I was laying with Peanut the other day and I had intrusive thoughts and I thought to myself that we don't know what the whole world holds, but one of us has to watch each other pass away,
Mhm.
and it broke my fucking heart. And I was like, I did this I did this to myself.
Now imagine you were doomed to watch your child die. Imagine you knew it. Even if you didn't have this plan for them, right? Like how God had for Jesus. Imagine the pain it would give you. You get what I'm saying? If I knew that today was the day that my child was about to walk out this door and they would never walk back in. And that is the sacrifice. So we only not only talk about the sacrifice of Christ and what he did, right? And again, I'm not a Christian at all, but think of God saying, I'm about to put my kid on this earth for all you ungrateful bastards, right? For all you motherfuckers. And I'm about to go watch him go through these things. And there's going to be
Yeah,
somebody to come along and tempt him. And he
yeah,
was once an angel.
but like what Damien said is that's only his flesh that bared that pain. His
But
spirit
think
still
of the
lives on.
soul. But think of the soul of God, because God is nothing but a soul entity, right? That itself is breaking on itself.
So
Because
so
imagine you're watching your kid go through it, bro, and imagine the rage you would feel. Imagine how those feelings would feel. So not only did Jesus go through a physical sense in that sacrifice, but there was the spiritual connection of them too. Also went through its own pain, right? And there was temptations during this tenure where his spirit could have been corrupted. I don't think the spirit can be destroyed, but I do think it can be corrupted heavily.
Hmm.
The devil told him to cast himself off the edge of the build of the tower. Wasn't he was like on a tower or something?
I guess to watch something not necessarily be disintegrated, right? Because in my head, I'm like sacrificial. You'd have to watch it burn to some degree, and that's like in every direction, not only in like a physical sense of like, obviously we're talking very metaphysically here, and we're not just our bodies, we are also our souls, and to some degree, even if we were to sacrifice ourselves, let's say like I jumped in front of a bullet for one of my family members, I sacrifice my flesh and it's no longer going to be active, but my soul will live on forever.
Mm-hmm.
And to have that be also like the parallel to Jesus, there had to have been something that happened to, and maybe because you did say like corruption, maybe not necessarily like disintegrate his soul, but maybe like, yeah, like you're saying, like the corruption and the breaking down of the soul of like Jesus Christ, and maybe it changing permanently.
Well, I mean, I think it kind of goes back to the concept that we talked about when we had the conversation about what is a soul, right? If he knowingly knew that once dispersed from a body, that soul's broken and is no longer whole.
Mm-hmm.
If that concept that we were discussing is, I mean, it could be true in that sense, and he knew that, and that therefore it was an actual sacrifice because he's no longer receiving his son's soul in full.
Yeah, it's no longer its whole.
It's whole.
So sacrifice comes with payment and then reward, right? And so that is in the real in the end of it, right? God gave allegedly, God gave his only born son, right?
It's just
And
allegedly God.
allegedly, right? I mean, it's a lot, right? What I'm about to say is going to be a mouthful, but he gave his son for our sins, right? But in the payment of my son's body, I shall save your soul. Jesus' soul was never a part of the deal. It was never a part of the negotiation, right? Because you could go to the book
was
of
a
Job.
Negotiation, right?
It was just like a deal that we were handed. That we were like,
here's this soul for every soul.
No, here's the body of my son, but I keep your souls. Right? You believe in him. You believe that this man, because how hard is it to believe in somebody if you watch them die? How could you be the son of God and I watch you die? Right? Because you got to remember, some of his disciples were in the crowd that afternoon. Judah sold him for silver. So how hard is it to say? Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, somebody in chat drops a verse, not like a song verse. It's Matthew 10:28. It states that God can destroy souls, and do not fear those who kill the body and cannot kill the soul. Rather fear him who can destroy both soul and body in hell. Damn, that's a scary ass quote.
Soul and body in hell.
Wait, is this real?
But hell doesn't belong to God.
No, but he can damn people to it, no?
He can damn people
Absolutely.
to it, but who's to say that the soul is destroyed in hell? Because
Well-
because if what religion says is true, then if you're damned to hell, your soul is to live on forever in hell.
I think it's more more parable, right, than anything on that one. And I don't want to question the word of God, right? But again, things are up for interpretation. I think the destruction of the soul, because if you were damned to hell and you're supposed to spend eternity there, but also feel the destruction of it, so I think you are to feel it over and over and over and over again, what it would feel to have your soul destroyed, to be destroyed on that sense. I mean, okay, if the Bible says that, then okay, then in a Hebrew sense, the souls can be destroyed. Okay, I'm sorry.
I mean,
I'm
I'm
sorry
not.
about it.
I'm not, I guess, here to argue semantics or like what exactly is stated, but I wouldn't put it past God to have that ability. I feel like
But well, the word is translated to the soul. The word is translated to life or soul.
Okay.
So I guess that's up for interpretation.
Yeah.
Because the actual word, it says, he tells them not to fear men who can only harm the body, but not the sush, Psuch, which in translation is life/soul. So I guess it's up for interpretation.
Yeah, because like you could take Christianity and all of its denominations and gather so many different translations of it, right? Like Yahweh, right? It's supposed to be the name of God, and I've heard that enough. What happened?
Oh no, no, Yahweh. I've heard it before.
Oh, well, did you know that Yahweh translated even further down is
the breath?
It's the breath.
That's crazy. What?
And you say God's.
That's gonna resonate in my head for the rest of the night,
bro. And I'm telling you, when I heard that, and every time I breathe, and like I'm conscious, like trying to be conscious of my breathing, I'm like, wow, all of creation came from God when He spoke it. So to speak, you have to take a breath first, bro. Like, you know what I mean? He breathed life into this, right? It's His breath. God is in every breath. Like, holy fuck. Like, you know what I mean? And I don't want to speak disparagingly of anybody's beliefs, because I do have, my boy's a Jehovah's Witness.
Some fucking Jehovah's Witnesses stopped me the other day when I was going to my car. I was like, listen, guys, I love you guys. You guys are in a bad neighborhood. I don't want to stand out. I got to be somewhere in 10 minutes. I don't want to stand out here with you guys while you guys are on bikes. I was like,
I'd be wanting to debate them. when they come up to me.
I was like, you guys got to get out of here. This is not the neighborhood you guys want to be biking around at 8 o'clock at night.
Wearing those shirts. Oh, my God.
Their little helmets and their bikes. But hey, but I said, I love what you guys do. You guys believe in it strongly, and you guys are trying to spread the word. So continue on. I was like, but now's not the time for me, unfortunately, guys. But I liked it because they were very salesy in the way that they were trying to talk to me. They were like, well, what do you believe? Or who have you spoken to before? Have you heard the word of God? And I'm like, guys, listen. Now's not the time, pimp.
Yo, this whole paragraph is kind of nice at the end. I kind of like it.
I love Matthew. Matthew's a really good book.
I read the whole paragraph that thing is kind of quoted on. Do you guys want me to read it?
Does it say soul in the Bible?
It does say soul in the Bible, yeah. So do not be afraid of them. There is nothing concealed that will not be disclosed, or hidden that will not be made known. What I tell you in the dark, speak in the daylight. What is whispered in your ear, proclaim from the roofs. Do not be afraid of those who kill the body and cannot kill the soul. Rather be afraid of the ones who can destroy both soul and body in hell. Are not two sparrows sold for a penny, yet not one not one of them will fall to the ground apart from. Wait, hold up. I lost my spot a little bit.
Junior.
Apart from the will and of the Father, and even the hairs on your head are all numbered. So don't be afraid. You are worth more than many sparrows. That's kind of nice at the end.
That's why I count freckles.
That's kind of nice. That was just saying, like, you're.
In my life, dog. Why you gotta bring up freckles?
What are you talking about?
That's why I count them. That's why I used to count Elijah's eyelashes.
That was a wholesome, like, Matthew quote. Y'all talking about freckles. That was really nice, I think.
No,
although it was a little scary. But
all of your hairs are numbered. He knows you.
That's why you have to be God fearing.
I just like the end where he says, "You are worth more than many sparrows." That was like a nice, like, you're worth it.
But also your hairs are numbered. Remember,
yeah, but it was just saying, like,
you to hell.
I mean, yeah.
That's what the fuck he's saying. He's
saying check your shit.
Yeah, he's pounded on his chest right there.
Yo, he is. But who's gonna check him? I'm not.
No, there's a lot. I love the book of Matthew, and that is when you read off the chapter and verse number, I'm like, okay, I know where they're at.
Well,
I've been reading.
So let me ask you this.
It's one of my favorite verses, man.
Right?
It's a nice verse.
If there's a God that created our world and universe, could there be other gods that created other universes? Or is there only one God?
Can it be a council of gods?
Well, let me ask. Okay, well, let me ask you this: do you believe? Yeah, it could be, right? Do you believe that space is infinite, goes on for absolutely ever? There is absolutely no end to it.
No.
You believe that there is an
end? I think mathematically we figured that out. Actually,
that there's an end.
I think so, because it's expanding. Technically, how can you expand something that's infinite? You know what I mean?
Well, but what's around? What? So then, what is around that? What is outside the end of Earth? What is outside the end of space?
We don't know. Yeah. Nobody knows.
Bro, think about that right there. Hold on, just think about that right there.
Yeah, bro, that's crazy. Imagine being to the edge of the universe.
What would continue on after that?
I don't know. I don't even think actually
could it be darkness.
I don't think we could actually even travel that fast. I don't think we could ever get to, even if we traveled mega fucking fast to the speed of light, I don't think we could ever get to the edge of the universe. I think it's expanding faster than we could ever travel.
But what is it expanding into?
That I don't know. I can never answer that shit. That shit's crazy.
That's the question.
That shit is crazy.
That hurts your head thinking about it. What is our space expanding into?
Space. I don't know. Truly. We could be marbles.
We could be.
We could be in a marble. Have you seen that like animation where it's like a big ass monster like grabs our universe and it's a marble and they're playing fucking
that's from Men in Black.
Canicas? Oh, that is from Men in Black. You're right.
Yeah.
I think about the scene where they open up the locker and it's even more shit going on. I think of that all the time. I think of that the monkey science brain in me says that is what's really going on here.
Oh
right.
My God. Okay, here we go. We're talking about religion, but I'll bring this up just for the fucking sake of it, okay? Is the earth flat or round?
It's round.
It's round. It's round. Who in your chat? No. Oh no.
Here's my okay, here's two things. First of all, who the fuck came up with the concept of earth being flat?
Well, there's like historic like context to it. There is like what was it? Like there was a dome over us and something along those lines. It was also like more archaic in terms of like we can see everything. It's flat, obviously. What the fuck? You know?
But
Nordic depictions of the realms, of the different realms, generally has like a flat with a dome on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Asgard and Middle, all these different realms that they had generally were depicted that way.
Did you guys see that episode of Rogan where the dude was fighting him and he was like, Jamie, pull up a picture of what the earth looks like. And he was like,
Eddie Bravo.
Yeah. And he was like, it's fucking CGI. That's just not real. And he's like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, you pulled it off the fucking internet. It's not fucking real. And I was thinking in my head, like, what the he was like, bro, these pictures are literally being uploaded every 2 minutes. And he's like, by who? Who's telling you that? I'm like, bro, you cannot. Can you be that stupid? Can you be that
I
stupid?
feel like it's just like the buy-in to whatever like you have already constructed in your head. You know what I mean? It's
So
like there's
for the
people
sake
who
of argument,
no, it's not even for the sake of argument. It's just that like if my way of thinking is wrong, then like I have to recontextualize everything in my life that I've,
mm,
and that's too much work. I'm not gonna do that shit. So everything's a lie. Whatever you just said is a lie. Whatever disproved me is a lie. You know what I mean? Like that's a lot of what these like. Listen, if you have conspiracies, whatever, but a lot of like super diehard conspiratorial people who are like, "There's no way, bro. There's no way." Like whatever conspiracy that you want to put on there is like this just has to be true. It's like if you can pull up evidence, they have to recontextualize everything that they fucking base their whole life on.
yeah, where'd you get the evidence? Oh, Wikipedia. Wikipedia can be changed.
Yeah,
You know,
that
like,
shit's fake. By the government, Illuminati. And he's like, oh my god, bro, that shit's not
They're
right. Like,
they're
relax.
looking to disagree. They're looking to disagree at that point.
yeah.
They're
If anybody in
No,
chat,
but
if you've never seen that episode of Joe Rogan, or like just look up the clips of it, it's fucking hilarious.
but everything like feeds in. It's one of those things where it's like the reaffirming loop that like everything that I believe in agrees with itself, and anything that you kind of try to infiltrate into it will just be disproven by this loop. You know what I mean? Like it's just there's just no getting around.
Well, the loop only consists of questions. If you notice, like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
well,
true.
how can
true.
you disprove it? You know what I mean? Like, if you're telling me,
rhetorical debate.
yeah, it's all rhetorical. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
And let's put it on this conspiracy thing, right? There's so many modern civilizations, right? I mean, because there are still tribal people in certain areas of the world, but there of all of our major countries and first class civilizations all kind of subscribe to the same idea that we are on a globe or a spherical body. So for the conspiracy of it to be all a flat earth is so grand. That's so grand of a fucking conspiracy. And for it to go on this long, right? Us being in the...
It's in the same sense of religion.
I mean, no.
What? In the same sense?
No.
Through what do you mean?
No
Like,
one's seen a burning
civilization-
bush that ain't burnt up, my boy. There ain't
Yeah, because there's just
Yeah.
things that you can
Sense.
prove, like mathematics of like when you see a boat go in one fucking direction, it's not the same size all the way through. It goes down. It goes like into the horizon. You're like,
it goes
bro.
down.
Yeah, bro. I mean, it's just like, and then it falls off the earth. That's true, actually.
Yeah, that's where they fell off.
That is
and
true.
you know what?
They're
all the
right.
boats that have fallen off Earth, they're on their way to go see where the end of space is.
Oh, true.
More-
They might have
more
actually
than
gone there
likely.
by now. One of them at least.
Um,
One of them at
Yeah.
least.
yeah, no, I can't do flat Earth. Of all the things, bro, I will believe that there was a burning bush in front of this slave guy who gave him a stick and he parted the water
Guy.
before I ever believe that the Earth is flat.
There was
I
a-
just can't do it.
There was something on History Channel that I watched many years ago about the partition of the sea
Hmm.
and how there was like they were trying to analyze how it could have happened, and there was like a possibility that it could have happened. But it was like some natural phenomena that happened during this
Bro,
time.
what?
I
Listen,
promise you.
I'm all for reading the Bible and
No, they
things
were
like
trying
that.
to debunk the Bible, is what. They
Oh,
were
okay. But I was gonna say I don't know. I feel like there is just
There
limitations
is no
to where,
debunking.
like it is
There's no
stories.
debunking Noah's Ark, though. Noah's Ark there's no debunking that.
No, I heard that was real. I heard they actually found the pieces, or
Well, there's actually a mountain. Hold on, you might want to roll your eyes, but there's actually a mountain that they believe is the Ark.
Corpse. Don't you fucking roll your eyes. dog.
Hold on, let me look it up.
I don't know. I tend to believe that, like, listen, some outlandish things can be real. Because if you think about it, there was a quote, and I'm going to fuck it up. There's a quote that's like, the things that have never happened before are happening all the time. Have you heard something like that?
Yeah.
So, like, what are the odds that, like, some crazy one-of-a-kind shit happened way back then, and we're like, yeah, okay, buddy. Imagine back then. Imagine back then we go back and we're like, bro, listen, you're going to have this like flat rock and you're going to be able to see moving things on this shit. And everybody's going to be like, Yeah, okay, buddy. What the fuck? Give me that rock, okay? I'm gonna go fucking toss it up a hill.
Fucking fried. Now it's far fetched that they discovered it. That's my thing. That they
Okay.
discovered it. That's far fetched as fuck to me.
Archaeologists claim to have found true location of Noah's Ark.
Ooh,
Claim.
now they're archaeologists. No, okay. hold on.
Published. This was literally published to the date. Oh, I'm sorry, 1 day behind. To the date 2 years ago.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Hey, now that they're I thought I don't know why I thought this. I thought they found like the pieces laying up on a hill somewhere. It was just like right
Oh,
there.
look at this big old hammer made of wood.
Look what little Timmy brought inside. What's
Like,
up,
guys,
everybody?
I found this crazy hill. Check this out.
Now, Mount Sinai is supposedly the location of where Moses received the word of God, right, in the commandments, and supposedly the hilltop was burned, and that mountain to this day still has burn marks. So there is some stuff that happened.
There is supposedly the mountain where Noah's Ark rested. I don't remember what it's called. Mount something.
Whether they discovered that or not, that's just fucking crazy.
But could burn marks last this long?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like rock always erodes downwards, you know, and there's always like some new top layer that like would.
Yeah, especially after years with dust and all types of shit.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's kind of crazy how islands are formed. I always thought that was wild through like volcanic, you know, first everything fucking blows up and is on fire, and then years later it's like regular land.
So could the mountain of Sinai still be charred if volcanic rock, right, formed these islands that we all now live on, right, and it just hasn't been worn away? I think there are things that are just so super, catastrophic in sense and in power. There's some parts of the earth that just haven't changed because something catastrophic happened to it, and it's there, right? The Grand Canyon isn't closing, right? It's not sealing itself up.
It's like
changing. It's falling apart. It's wearing apart.
It's getting wider, if anything. So let's just say
like erosion and stuff like that, right?
Well,
over
when
time.
you superheat certain rocks, it changes its chemical compound. Like, you get what I'm saying? You superheat, this piece of rock, and you could turn it into a knife. You get what I'm saying? So, was it hit by something so fucking strong that it burned it and changed its composition to where it doesn't feel erosion in an area where there's really not that much rain and where there's, just sunlight all the time?
That's maybe. I don't know. I'm not.
That's a question I had to ask myself.
I mean, if you ask me, I'd have to say absolutely it's changed. There's no way that it's still there.
Look at
you're taking the element. Yeah, but look how eroded they are.
I'm not taking a hard stance.
I'm not talking. You're not. We're talking about.
Because we're
talking about char marks. Burnt. The pyramids aren't burnt. They're built.
Okay. Which one was made by man and which one was done by God? I mean, you could Google it. Does Mount Sinai still have burn marks on it?
Well, I'm looking at it.
You could Google it. That is true.
It's Sinai, if I remember right, is the location.
Look, they're listening, bro.
By the way, I did like a little rock joke earlier. Nobody.
What was it?
Joke. I said I'm not going to take a hard stance. And I said,
okay, so it says the rocks at the top of the mountain are only black on the outside. The inside is a different color, making it tempting for believers in the Exodus story to envision the rocks as having been burnt.
How to get there? I'm just asking.
Pity laugh.
Asking.
True.
just ask. I'm just saying. People think that science disproves faith, but I think they're one and the same. Now the real humdinger is the spear of destiny, right? The spear that actually killed Jesus. Supposedly that the blood on it has never coagulated. That's the one I can't wrap my brain around. That's the one. If I could go through the Vatican beeline straight there. I want to see it. Is it still dripping? I need to see that.
Wasn't there also like I want to say goblet, but what is it called? The
Holy Grail?
chalice, maybe, that held what's it called? The wine. Doesn't it have like water or wine in it or something like that? It like holds, or maybe like the blood of Christ. I don't know, something like that. I thought there's like a cup.
The blood of Christ is
somewhere.
that's a metaphor, bro.
Oh, never mind.
Do
Proceed.
you drink wine at church?
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought you
yeah,
were
it's
talking
like
about
the
the Holy
blood.
Grail.
Yes, I think that's what I'm talking about. I heard that it
Oh.
has something. No.
That's also been interpreted as Mary Magdalene being the secret wife of Jesus Christ.
Oh, never mind. I thought it was something else. My bad.
No, there was an actual really hard No. A lot of people do depict it as some kind of cup, right?
Mhm,
But
yeah.
what it's actually talking about is the womb, right? Is what the belief is that you're talking about the womb, and that supposedly Mary Magdalene, who is a real person in the Bible, right? And people can look them up, and there's whole secret societies dedicated to her, where even a movie with Tom Hanks, which is a banger, dedicated, dedicated to Mary Magdalene, and supposedly she had the child of Christ. Supposedly
Like how
depicted,
the Billie Jean story with Michael Jackson, pretty much.
and that Mona Lisa was actually Mary Magdalene. That's why
What do
no
you
one
guys-
knows her identity.
What do you guys think of do you think there is a true mark of the beast? And what do you think that is?
Well, I don't believe in the devil, so
Okay. Wait. Okay. No, that makes sense.
Yeah, the whole Luciferian devil thing is kind of hard for me to wrap my brain around too, but supposedly there's accounts. But the mark of the beast is weird
this is
because
not a very good conversation to end the podcast with.
True.
Each one of us has to lay in bed alone, and we already started. We talked about Ouija boards earlier today.
Listen, I know
It's
my
not a
God
door.
got my back. He got me.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like, I sleep with my Bible next to my bed.
Bro, it's always right here. It's on top of everything. Okay. I don't put
Bro,
anything.
I
on top.
sleep with
Squirrels
God in
and
my
shit.
heart.
Squirrels and shit run over the top of my house, and it trips me the fuck out. And I
Squirrels.
watch YouTube at night to go to sleep, and that fucking the ad for the Nun keeps coming up, and I'm like trying to
Oh,
Jesus
nah.
Christ.
as soon as it says skips ad.
Yo,
So,
that movie is fucked up. Religious movies like that, bro. I'm like, nah, you guys, you're playing with
with the
fire
wrong
that you don't.
peeps.
Yeah, you don't
Playing
know.
with
You
fire.
don't know what you're doing, bro.
Playing
I
with
don't know
fire.
what you would be doing, but I'm not fucking with it.
Yeah. No, I think, dude, I'm really thankful that you brought some of this up, Damo, because it was kind of a way for me to test the things I've been, juggling around in my head, though, for real.
Yeah,
real.
100%.
And I hope no one thinks that I'm like so well versed in like biblical text or so well versed in what I'm trying to like practice these days. You know what I mean? Like I am more than down for conversation to have some of my ideas challenged because that's what I was excited about. Like, oh, this is a challenge. Like, let me see if I can make what I believe makes sense to somebody. Like, you know what I mean? Make sense to the homies real quick. Because I think that's important.
I think people watching the podcast and seeing what we do, and like, I mean, even the beginning of the conversation was me disagreeing with you. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's very open to the people that listen and the people that watch. That, it is just interpretation into what the fuck we talk about, and like, you're not gonna get mad at anybody for saying that they disagree with you.
No.
Yeah.
It's fucking dumb, bro.
Oh yeah. But I used to not encourage it as much, but I do encourage people more often now is to find something above yourself. Like, you know what I mean? Above yourself that you can arise to, right? Not just like in this world, right? But on a heavier level, you know what I'm saying? Like on a deeper spiritual sense. Like, you know what I mean? 'Cause yeah, religion and I think spirituality is knowing that there's a self, right? And religion is knowing that there's something outside of it. Now that I think more of Cisco's statement earlier, you know what I mean? But I do encourage people to not only become in tune more spiritually with yourself, the self in you, but also find the religion within yourself to understand that there's something above us, right? Your practice of that can look however the fuck you want it to look. Honestly, I'm not a perfect person, so however you choose the practice is up to you. As long as you're not hurting nobody, type shit.
I want to maybe end it on hopefully a little bit more positive note. Do you think God opposes questions?
No.
Do you think there are things that you cannot ask?
Mm-mm.
Never. Not even questioning his intentions or his, getting real. Like let's say you could speak to God very one-on-one, how we do, and you had questions on whether or not he was doing the right thing. To God, by the way, why the fuck would you have questions? But let's just say, hypothetically, you were going to have a conversation with him and he says, I did this, this, and that. And you question him on why would you do that? That's wrong or whatever. Do you think that those types of things can be?
No, because even in your verse from Matthew, he says there was nothing that will be concealed that won't be revealed. And that applies to him as well. And then not only that, but there was also prophets of the Bible who also questioned God, right? Moses said, "Why would you lead us to a place and you not be there? I don't want to go unless you are there, unless you are with us." Right. And in that moment, that's when God actually revealed himself to Moses and gave Moses his name. Right. And that's when he told Moses, "I know you by name." Elijah also did the same thing. You know what I mean? He fucking hid in a cave and he was like, "Yo, I'm scared." He was telling him, "I'm scared. I don't want to do this. Why are you making me do this?" You get what I'm saying? He was pleading to him. There's been many people to plead to God. Even Jesus himself said, "God, Father, why have you forsaken me?"
Yeah.
So even his actions come into question.
Yeah, and I think of it like, I may not believe in a God per se, but I would say the creator of whoever created this earth. I mean, it was made with purpose, right? I mean, you and I chatted about it one lunch where it's almost impossible for there to be the way that plants and trees give us air to breathe, and the way that we procreate and animals procreate, and just the harmonization of all these things coming together for the sole purpose of life, that it wasn't created without a purpose. So I believe that, because if say this spirit that I believe in, or whatever, this creator that I believe in, was able to chat with you, I think he'd be very open to questions. Maybe he wouldn't give you the answers that you want, or he would say, well, that's for you to find out. But I think he would be very open to questions. Absolutely. Because if you think about it, the way that we grow closer as humans, or as our spirits, right, in flesh, is through discourse and asking one another questions and disagreeing with one another, or so sometimes somebody's going to do something that you disapprove of or you dislike, but if you hear them out for why they did it, you may still disapprove of the action, but you may be more in understanding of it. So I don't see why the creator wouldn't also be that same way.
I agree. Sometimes I just think like it could be like, why question me? You know what I mean? Even though you might have questions on, whatever the case may be. I don't know. That like it would be more in the sense of like, don't question me, I'm above all. But I know that's probably not the case.
But if you look at it from a religious standpoint, right? Like, we are made in his likeness, right? So is he really above everybody? Like, he's not that saying alone, right? Is we are created in his likeness, is he's not too good for us.
I don't know if I could say that. I feel like by nature he's above, right?
Sure.
He's above us, but he's not. It's hard to say, like, he's not necessarily better than us, if that makes sense. He's not. He's. No, but what I guess what you're saying is like he's not too good. He's not too good to answer the questions or give us the time of day. Yeah.
Correct.
I get what you're saying.
Ask and you shall receive, right? And now, for a weird example, I guess, is sometimes even when I've taught guys like stuff on the roof, right? They ask me, "Why are we doing it this way?" And I always tell them, "You'll see." Just give us a second, you'll see. So I think sometimes we don't get the answer exactly when we're asking it, but it will be revealed at some time. And sometimes it's revealed to a point when we don't even have to ask the question anymore. But I question God daily. I question him. I question him on a consistent basis, and sometimes that is the answer I receive. Is just don't ask questions that are of you. Is like what I hear, right? Don't ask questions that are of you. You're not there yet. Just wait. Like just wait. Ask that question later.
You haven't
A
gotten
lot
to
of
that
the times,
chapter yet.
a lot of the times you find yourself questioning God in the times of negativity. What I've noticed. Nobody ever questions him when something good is happening.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a lot of it happens within times of death and things of that. Like why would God take somebody so young or take them in during this time? But nobody ever questions God when good things are happening.
When you're hitting the lotto. No one.
So I think
There-
that's another thing that people have to look at as well. What
It's
kind
like
of
having
questions?
Start quite. I feel like you can ask the same questions both in tragedy and in great times of happiness.
Well, I mean, the number one question would be why, right?
Yeah.
What have I done?
Well, I think one of the saddest things that people tend to think is as soon as something great happens, it's like, how long until it goes away? I think that's one of the saddest things.
It's very sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
It's
happiness
like,
is
damn.
also happiness. Emotions are temporary.
Yeah, but I mean, in that sense of like, when is it going away? You can't live in that. Like, it's a pocket. Like, we all get these little pockets of time where you truly get to be at your highest high of existing, whether that be because you worked for it or you just found yourself in the right situation where you're just in that weird zone, and whether that be like dancing for Korpsx or graffiti or film and stuff like that. There's like these little pockets where everything aligns so perfectly, and sometimes you could be like in it so much that you never even question, but other times it could be like, well, I'm never going to be able to keep this going. You know what I mean? It's always that like fleeting moment, and it's so sad because you never get to. Then like things start to wobble and fall apart from that moment. I feel like.
I think those are the moments though, and definitely even with myself is like those are the moments when I need to show the most gratitude for my blessings. And that's also the time to also remind myself of that just because I know nothing is everlasting of this earth, not even my life. Success isn't, right? Like something that gives me anxiety about going to sessions these days is knowing that I will have to leave. And it sucks. I love dancing. I love being there. You know what I mean? I just love being around the people doing it. You know what I mean? Let alone partaking. And just because I know that it's going to end at a moment doesn't mean that I shouldn't revel in the moment that I'm living in. You get what I'm saying? That I shouldn't enjoy the shit and be thankful, rejoice in the shit, like love it, like being with you guys, like you know what I mean? Like when I'm with you guys talking on the podcast, like I know this is going to end, but while I'm here, bro, I'm enjoying it to my fucking full extent. That's why I say wild shit. You know what I mean? Because I'm just having fucking fun, dude. Like why y'all gonna dampen my fucking parade, bro? Like. I'll pray about it later, dog. Jesus Christ, right now, but just enjoy this. God put us here in these moments. You know what I mean? So, I think that's something, at least for myself, I try to take more is to take the time to be present and thankful. Present and thankful. Yeah.
You have to.
So, all right. So we were kind of chatting about it earlier. So, what is the consensus on the break?
Oh
yeah.
I like how it took both of you guys like 10 seconds each.
Well, because you like jumped to another thing.
Well, I just looked at what time it was and I was like, okay, I know we're closing out soon, but did you guys want to talk about it more before we talk about it on the podcast or?
So, I mean, you kind of brought it up. No, we got to address it. The break isn't just like a.
People don't know what we're talking about. Could we talk about a Kit Kat?
So, I'd brought up the idea of doing like a 1 week break. So that way we can have like a season 2. But in talking to Cisco, even briefly, I was like, well, I don't feel like we're going to change that much. It would just be like a week that we're not doing the podcast, which is fine. But if it's going to be for like a season 2, I'd want things to like change in terms of like like new segments that we could do, or different things that we could do with the podcast. But if we want to just evolve on camera naturally through week over week, then I think that's really cool too. And I don't think there's any issue with that either.
Well, I think if we're gonna do a week off, I think and come up with new segments, I think it would be good to take that week to kind of like put our heads together and see, kind of talk about what we could do segment wise.
Like still come
Like
on.
Yeah, like hot. No. I mean, we could still like do a call like this or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like not live, but I'm just saying like do it.
Yeah, or even if it's like over FaceTime for an hour or whatever. But yeah, like hot takes was a great segment for the first 20 whatever. What episode are we on? 29?
Yeah, but no, we're on 28. No.
Oh, 28?
29.
Yeah, but hot takes was a good one. You know what I mean? But we could come. I understand where you were coming from in saying that we could do new segments. I liked like thinking about that.
Yeah, I think it could be really cool. I mean, like I said, it just depends on what we're able to come up with, and like there's no, I guess, pressure in not doing it if that's not something that we really want to do.
And I mean, we could take that week to promote too.
Bro, I'm sorry, my thumbnails are going crazy. Jesus Christ, I'm sorry.
Relax.
I'm sorry. They just are like they're so. I'm so creative. And I have a big wiener,
My main man.
Oh, I'm wearing shorts today, dog.
Oh, let's see them. All right, listen.
How high are your socks?
Whoa, I've never seen your duck tattoo. I've never seen your duck tattoo.
Oh, hold on.
You are creative. Thank you, buddy.
My guy. My main man.
That's sick. Man. Yo, I like those. I don't know what that is.
Oh my God, I gotta change the title on all these.
It's a sugar skull that I did when I was 18 years old on my leg.
Waddle.
Well, let's kind of put it out there for the masses, right? Let's see what kind of segments they'd want to see from us. And then if not, then I guess, we can just kind of continue to push conversations. And then, yeah, taking a week to kind of do that, like, you can do your Instagram polls, kind of take some time with y'all's chats. I'll take some time with my peeps. I do a lot on Instagram. And then we can figure out something from there. You know what I mean?
My man be getting the most crazy anonymous fucking posts. Those are only the ones that he chooses to post. I could only imagine the ones that he doesn't post.
True.
Oh my God. I get some wild shit, dude. I'm like, yo, chill.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's take a week off. We'll take this next week off.
All right, next week no pod.
So we won't
I think I'm still gonna stream, but no pod. We'll get on a call.
Probably stream too.
We'll get on a call
for an hour, or we'll text throughout the week too.
Dang, no. Now I don't want to do it. Now I want to pull out. Pause.
Yeah.
Now I don't. Now I don't not want to do the podcast. That feels weird.
Okay, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it through text.
We'll chat about
whatever
it
until Sunday.
That makes me sad.
Sunday we'll make the decision.
No,
I don't mind taking next week off. All I'm saying is because I'm gonna be in Cali, so that's all I'm gonna say. I don't mind, but we'll talk about it through text.
Nah, we can't take it off now, bro. Nah.
I don't have the best Wi-Fi ever at home, too.
Now you're chatting crazy.
Oh shit, bro! He's gonna be back at home.
Y'all need more guests? Do we need more guests?
We
put that tongue away, dog. What are you doing?
I was gonna say that. I think some of our best podcasts has been when we've had guests. They've done the best numbers wise on the Spotify. So
you know why? Because whoever the guest is like, yo, check out this podcast that I was on.
Yo, hey, that's promo. That's promo.
I know, it's hella promo. Yeah, maybe we should have more guests.
Save was saying that he only wants to do 30 minutes because all the guests are dog shit. That's what he said. No, I'm just like, just like. Nah, but he. Wait. Well, what did you say?
I did say. I think that if we do have guests, we should only keep the guests for an hour instead of the whole segment.
I think that's cool too. I agree with that. By the way, I just want to say I back
because I still think that it would be nice for us to do our thing because we only have 2 hours. You know what I mean? So I think that it would still be nice for us to have our 2 hour, our at least our hour for us to do our thing. And a lot of the only reason I said that is because a lot of podcasts that I watch, they only have their guest on for a segment. They don't have their guest on for the full time, because the way I look at it is, with us, I don't essentially I mean, and we can all talk about this, but essentially, I don't want it to be like where we have a guest on and we're interviewing them. I essentially want it to be like we have a guest on who's joining in on a conversation that we would normally have.
Sure, yeah.
Does that make
Okay.
sense? Like
Okay.
I get why Milkman was the whole time. I get why Sam was the whole time, was because we were essentially like getting to know them. But I think moving forward, I think we should have it to where the guest comes in and has a conversation with us, and we get a new take instead of just our normal three.
But
takes
also, to be
Like
fair,
what?
I feel like Sam's was very much like that, like where he
No, it was absolutely
what I mean?
it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we were still getting to know him in a sense. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I
at
feel
the
like we
same
didn't
time.
even. Yeah, I get what you're saying though. Yeah,
You know what I
true.
mean? Yeah, you don't have to defend your fucking friend. I like him.
No, I
I
didn't say that
playing.
you didn't like him.
I'm just playing.
That never came to mind until now.
Mm,
I'm so hungry. I need to go eat.
I will
something.
say this though. I will say this. I think that the next guest though should be a woman.
Wow, woman
with
empowerment
it.
by Save.
Gang.
Look at
And I
that.
think it should be a woman that Korpsx chooses.
Wow, epic. I think it's your
Oh.
next. If not this week coming up, the next week it's.
I'm in
Save's
2
turn.
weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did last
Oh,
week.
I'm next, huh? Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
you're next.
Yeah.
Alrighty, yo.
Alrighty, boys, let's do sign
That was the most boring fucking. Okay, guys, see you later.
I'm a little
You
tired,
tired,
a little
Davo?
hungry.
Yeah.
I'm a little tired and I'm a little hungry.
Yeah, I was about to say he's a little hungry. He's not himself when he's hungry.
Yeah,
He needs
bro.
Snickers.
I was a little hype streamer mode when I came in, and now I'm like depleted.
Well, you know what?
I'll
I'm
just
thankful my fucking MacBook lasted, dude. Let's fucking
Yo,
go.
legend. Shout out.
Thank you guys for watching the usual Tuesday. You guys stay healthy, stay happy. I love you. Keep smiling. I'll give you
All right, bro. Are you sleepy and hungry? What the fuck was that? All right.
No, I'm just trying to make it short and sweet.
Oh my lord, bro. All right.
Well,
Anyway, keep going. I guess.
So you guys know I always do something to sign off with, and I guess this will be a good one. I don't really tell people this one. There's a prayer that I do with myself every day. It's like a little mantra, and I thank God for all of my blessings, those that are seen and unseen, and I'm thankful for which He gives, and I'm humbled by that and which He sees fit to take away. So step in your faith, yeah, because the biggest thing that I do these days is I walk by faith and not by sight. So stay happy out there, yeah. Korpscollection.com, Korps, the other lovely hosts. Have a good day, week, month of your life. Until next time, Damo.
Yo, thank you everybody for joining. Save, Korpsx, my community, everybody here for the 1 second that you were here, the 1 minute that you were here, or the whole 2 hours that you were here. I appreciate your time nonetheless. You're amazing. Everybody, my co-host here. Oh, his shit is lagging.
He's
It
moving too
lasted.
fast now.
He's
Moving too
moving too
fast.
quick. It's been a blessing to be
It's
here.
like somebody put a strobe light on it.
No, it's been an absolute blessing to accidentally create this podcast. It's been really, really cool, and I always want this to continue. Amazing conversations always, and thank you for entertaining the conversations that I have. Alrighty, peace out,
Is it me
guys.
or who is it? Who is it?
Love you guys. Love you
I love
guys.
you guys.
Peace out, bye.